Hi, my name is Bill Dillon and I'm the owner of Abbey Road Pub and Restaurant. Been here since 1982. We're at the Virginia Beach oceanfront right off Atlantic Avenue on 22nd Street. We've got plenty of parking right next to us. We've got cozy, casual atmosphere, lots of beautiful memorabilia. Abbey Road seats 230 people. Part of that is a 100-seat dining room. We frequently do a lot of wedding rehearsals and receptions and large groups. We're open 7 days a week, year-round, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Abbey Road has lots of appetizers, lunch and dinner entrees. We are proud that we cut our own steaks. We make our own soups. Everything is made to order. We offer fresh seafood and beef. One of our most popular items on Abbey Road's menu is our marinated steak. It's been on the menu since day one and it is our top seller. Jamaican jerk chicken is another good one that we offer. We've got a vegetarian section on the menu. We make breakfast until 4 o'clock. It's on the menu 7 days a week. Abbey Road features 101 international beers from around the world. 20 of those are beers on tap. We have 8 regional brews that we've just recently added to our menu. We're very proud of our beer, wine, and mixed drink selection. We have a great staff here at Abbey Road. Many of our staff has been here for years and years. Our kitchen manager is ready to celebrate his 20th anniversary. We're like a family. We take care of each other and try to take care of our customers as well. Anybody looking to contact us at Abbey Road can go to our website at abbeyroadpub.com. They can give us a call at 757-425-6330.
Located next door to Trader Joe's at Hilltop, just minutes from the beachfront, Pho 79 serves up delicious hot pho soup day and night to an ever-present crowd of pho soup admirers. Pho is actually Vietnamese noodle soup, which is traditionally enjoyed any time of day and regarded as a comfort food and a source of energy for the tired traveler. There are lots of delicious options to choose from, including a tasty, tempting array of sandwiches and spring rolls, like the banh mi sandwich shown here, and their roll-your-own spring rolls, featuring a choice of chicken, shrimp, pork, or beef. Dip these in their special sauce and wow! Pho 79 also features vegan and vegetarian options, with many of their entrees, including their vegan pho soup, which is very popular. Other favorites include their savory Korean barbecue short ribs or their popular shaking beef, which is cubed beef sautéed with garlic, sweet onion, fresh ground black pepper, and soy sauce, and served on a hot, sizzling platter. You can also find rice vermicelli dishes served with a choice of pork chops, chicken skewers, beef, or grilled shrimp. Use the special hot or sweet sauces they provide for a real tasty treat. And for some real fun, try the new bubble tea, which is a delicious new drink for all ages, with flavored bubbles and tea. So spice up your life a little and try something new. Stop by Pho 79 at Hilltop and tell them the restaurant channel sent you.
Conveniently located on Laskin Road in La Promenade Shopping Center, just minutes from the beachfront, Aldo's Ristorante has been the local favorite for fine Italian dining since 1988. The interior of Aldo's is meticulously crafted to provide a beautiful setting from any angle. But even more important is Aldo's rich history of serving high-quality Italian cuisine with an emphasis on locally harvested meats, seafoods, and ingredients, in providing unequaled service to all who enter. Our menu offers a wide selection of delicious appetizers and entrees for every taste, including savory pizzas from our wood-fired Italian oven, and delicious pastas, seafood, and steak choices. And our waitstaff is happy to recommend wonderful wine pairing combinations to enhance your dining experience. Aldo's is winner of many awards, including the prestigious Wine Spectator magazine's Award of Excellence. If you're seeking a truly unique seafood experience, try our delicious shrimp gorgonzola. 8 succulent large shrimp, lovingly paired with taste-tempting gorgonzola cheese, brandy, and lobster cream sauce, then tossed with angel hair pasta. We invite you to join us at Aldo's Ristorante and experience the true taste of Virginia Beach Italian style.
Do you like seafood buffets? How about sushi buffets? How about the best of both in Virginia Beach's largest sushi and seafood buffet, Yukai Buffet? Yukai features over 10,000 square feet of delicious sushi, sashimi, seafood, and tasty hibachi grill items for lunch and dinner. You'll find over 40 different kinds of sushi prepared by chefs as you watch, plus over 100 hot entrees to suit your taste. All delicious and all you can eat for one low price. The interior is spacious and new with lots of comfortable seating and room for large groups as well.
Well, this is my 4th time here. I'm from Chesapeake, but first time I came here, I was just blown away. The atmosphere is great, the food is great. I come here mainly for the sushi, because for the price, like, you can't beat the quality, the selection, everything's great. The fact that there's not only a sushi bar, you get a Mongolian grill bar, and you get a traditional Chinese bar, you can't beat it at all.
This is my first time here, and I'm really impressed by everything. The inside of the restaurant is beautiful. It's a lot of traditional decoration. We came here for the sushi, but I was really excited to see all the other stuff that they had. I've been to sushi buffets before, but this is nice because it goes a step further and you really get all the additional things. I loved it. It was great. I would totally come back.
You can find Yukai Seafood and Sushi Buffet on Laskin Road, just a few minutes from the beach at Regency Hilltop. Come join us for lunch or dinner, and tell the kids there's ice cream for dessert.
My name is Wa Tang. This is Thai Roy, and the restaurant has been established for 2 years, so we serve authentic Thai food. The restaurant is more of a casual dining. It's not too formal. It's more of a family and casual, romantic dining room. Most people really love is my Mr. Green and then the Valicious. Of course, then the traditional dish would be the pad thai and drunken noodles, then the red curry. And we also have exotic dish beyond that, which is the grilled lemongrass quail and the sauteed frog leg. Those are our signature dish. We do carry a vegetarian dish, and we do have 2 types of vegetarian, a strict vegetarian or non-strict vegetarian. The foods are prepared authentic, the flavors are very full flavor, and also vegetables are fresh, and we cook it fresh, which we don't pre-cook our curry. And we have a huge selection of wine. Also, we have the Thai beer that everybody like. We also have a lot of fresh juice, like we have the mango juice, young coconut juice. For exotic drink, we would mix those juice with champagne and all that. I usually recommend people start out with a Chardonnay or a lighter wine with the appetizer, and when they progress into meal, if they're adventurous who usually order a strong flavor sauce from us, we always recommend a Pinot Noir or Merlot. It goes very well with those dishes. My staffs are comprised mainly by Thai people who already have the experience with the Thai culture and Thai food. We can accommodate up to about 120 people comfortably. Reservation is recommended if you have a large party, but the small couple, we should be fine to accommodate them. This is a large dining room for a Thai restaurant. We are located at the North Bird Neck and Laskin Road at that intersection. We do offer a carry-out order, so you can order your food online at thairoy.com. The phone number for here is 757-961-8868. 8868.
Make your reservation now to enjoy delicious Italian dining at locally owned Aldo's Ristorante.
Hi, I'm Stacy with the Restaurant Channel. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you're enjoying our behind-the-scenes video tours of area restaurants. If you're looking for a restaurant now, go to www.hamptonroadsdiningguide.com and choose the city you want to visit. We cover all of Hampton Roads plus the Outer Banks. We'll start with Virginia Beach. You can use the map or this panel. These are called our featured listings, where you can get everything from the menu, to a map, to the video. And as you scroll down, we come to our basic listings. This makes us the fastest dining guide website in the area because it allows you to search every restaurant from A to Z in just seconds. Try it and enjoy.
Here are 3 great ways to cool off with some refreshing beverages. Enjoy our Bartender's Corner at the Restaurant Channel.
My name is Rick Moyer. I'm the bar manager here at Lynnhaven Fish House. We're going to make our signature key lime martini. We're going to start off with equal parts of vanilla infused vodka, 1.5 to 2 ounces of that, 1.5 to 2 ounces of whipped cream infused vodka. We're going to add a little fresh half and half. And some fresh lime juice. A couple squirts of Monin key lime syrup, all natural, made with sugar cane. I like to use all fresh natural ingredients. Give that a shake. We're going to take our martini glass, we're going to rim it in lime juice, and then we're going to put crushed graham crackers around the rim. More shakes. Strain it into there. Going to garnish with a lime wheel. Fresh, natural, and tasty. Enjoy.
Hi, my name's Kevin at Jake's Smokehouse Barbecue in Virginia Beach. Jake's is located a few minutes from the ocean front. We have ample parking. You can come in and enjoy dinner for 2 or a party up to 100, 150 here at Jake's.
Here at Jake's Smokehouse Barbecue, we say there's no cooking like slow cooking. The smoking process adds a unique flavor that leaves the meat tender and tasty. That's why people keep coming back again and again.
What people talk about as our barbecue is that it's a lightly smoked flavor, it's not real heavy, and you can tell that it's a true barbecue restaurant.
Some of our most popular menu items are our super delicious pulled pork sandwiches, which we start preparing early in the morning, our savory smoked house ribs, Jake's tasty smoked chicken wings, along with your favorite side.
What really makes a good barbecue sandwich at Jake's is you can really taste the smoke. The meat is nice, it's juicy, it's tender. The ribs are falling off the bone, and also our signature sauces that we have here at Jake's make things really good. If your family is looking for a place to eat in Virginia Beach, come to Jake's Smokehouse Barbecue. We're about 4 miles south of the ocean front, and you can come here and enjoy a great family meal, good barbecue. We've got shrimp, we've got salads, we've got great burgers, and some award-winning wings. From our family to yours, please come join us at Jake's Smokehouse Barbecue for some great barbecue and some great family fun. If you can't come to Jake's, we can bring Jake's to you. We offer a full line of catering, drop-offs, we can set it up and help you plan your next event.
If you are anywhere near the beach and looking for a great dining experience, we've got the place for you at Dean and Sue Gonsiore's Fire Brew Bar and Grill on General Booth Boulevard at Nemo Parkway, just minutes from the beach. Complete with self-service wine and beer stations, a full bar, and an open kitchen. Fire Brew dares to be a little different, and it's been working pretty well for them.
I'm Dean Gonsior, owner of the Fire Brew Bar and Grill restaurant. Our overall concept is a family-oriented bar and grill with the unique features of open flame cooking, self-service wine and beer stations. Basically, it's a place to go to whether you're going out with a nice dinner for your spouse or if you want to bring in a family, you can enjoy yourself either way. Our self-service wine station is a 24-bottle wine station. We usually carry 12 reds and 12 whites, and we carry only restaurant quality wines. It allows our customers to try wines that they may not normally be able to get. And our beers, we carry anywhere from 12 to 16 draft beers.
Fire Brew's menu is loaded with taste-tempting choices, like their signature Fire Brew flatbread, and this savory, creamy crab dip. And their customer favorites, like these Fire Brew crab cakes made with jumbo lump crab meat.
This is our house crab cakes, 2 4-ounce crab cakes with peppers and onions inside. It's rolled off in our fire deck oven, served with the roasted asparagus, mashed potatoes, and a sriracha coconut lime sauce.
And their bacon and blue steak.
This is our bacon blue cheese flat iron steak. It's a flat iron steak cooked at any desired temperature that you would like. It's topped with bacon and blue cheese crumbles and then melted in our fire deck oven, served with mushroom demi and roasted asparagus and our garlic mashed potatoes.
This is our about a 4th or 5th trip back. We had the flat iron steak again tonight. It is very good. It's a flat iron steak with a wine sauce and mushrooms. The roasted vegetables are awesome. And we always end it with a nice piece of cake for dessert. The food is very, very good here, and particularly the assortment of beers that you could choose from as well. It's a very good restaurant indeed. I highly recommend it.
The service here is great. Everybody's very friendly, and the food is awesome. And I would definitely recommend it. In addition to great food and great service, there's lots of perks.
I definitely recommend this restaurant for anybody.
We keep coming back because it's always different and it's always very good.
The dessert tray is fabulous, and we have a hard time just choosing one.
My family comes here regularly. We love the atmosphere and everything. Tonight I had cheese pizza, which is great, and then this cheesecake, which is like excellent.
If you're looking for a unique dining experience, Fire Brew Bar and Grill is definitely your choice. We're located at the Red Mill Landing Shopping Center, just off the corner of General Booth and Nemo Parkway. We're open at 11 a.m. daily, except for Sundays we're open at 10 a.m. because we have brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're looking forward to serving you in the future.
Ask anyone in Virginia Beach what their favorite comfort food is, and they'll probably tell you it's Southern-style barbecue. And the Malbin brothers have been cooking it up for years.
Hi, I'm Mark Malbin with Malbin Brothers Barbecue and Catering, located inside Malbin Brothers Corner Mart. Today we're doing a whole hog barbecue, which we can do at your home or your company or any special event you might have. We have several different packages, from chicken to brisket to ribs. Okay, one of the big events that we've done was the building of the new hospital over there on Centera at Princess Anne. We fed close to 600 construction workers. We do a lot of lunch catering for businesses in this area. We do give military discounts, and you can look at our menu at MalbinBrothersBarbecue.com and select what you want. You can stop by and pick it up, or we'll be more than happy to deliver it to you.
This is just incredible barbecue. The flavor's really good.
We've always come to Malbin's. It's great. I mean, the barbecue doesn't get any better than what they have here, and I definitely recommend it. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Barbecue's excellent. You got the whole hog on there. Perfectly juicy, moist, flavorful. Goes real well with the beans, the slaw. I'm loving it, man. It's a good deal.
Good!
While Mark's cooking outside, the kitchen chef and his crew is working hard to keep up with all the orders. You can catch a wide selection of breakfast favorites, like this best-selling delicious barbecue and cheese omelet, to fluffy pancakes and French toast drizzled with maple syrup, and tasty Western-style omelets, to take-out deli lunches that include everything from barbecue to burgers to Philly cheesesteak, and much more.
The barbecue it's tops. It's the tops barbecue. No question about it.
I love their barbecue. I come in here and eat all the time, have breakfast, lunch, but best of all, what I really like to do is come by and pick up the little barbecue packs and take them home for dinner. It's really wonderful. Love it.
I'm a regular Malbin's breakfast eater. I come here almost every single morning. I come because the atmosphere for me is really fun. The people here who work here are fun. I enjoy them. It's kind of like a big family. And the food, I never get tired of it because there's so many different choices. It's just a great place to be.
Malbin Brothers Barbecue is located between the beachfront and Sandbridge, and it's one busy place for sit-down, takeout, and just about anything you need, from beer and wine to barbecue and deli items to car wash and gas. For all your catering needs, be it large group catering or business lunch catering, call Malbin Brothers Barbecue and Catering today.
Hi, my name's Kevin at Jake's Smokehouse Barbecue, and today we're going to walk you through how we make our signature nachos. First, we start off with flour tortillas. We cut them into quarters and drop them into our fryer. Once we get nice and crispy, we put them on a plate and put a small layer of cheese, a little barbecue chicken, little tomatoes, little jalapenos, and a little bit of our sweet sauce. Also, what makes our nachos special is that you can include any type of barbecue on top of them. You can have barbecue chicken, you can do our pulled pork, you can do our Carolina style, you can also do our famous brisket. The good thing about our nachos is people get them on their plates and they're like, are those nachos? And then they taste them, they get the flavor in their mouth and they say, those are nachos. So come and enjoy some nachos at Jake's Smokehouse Barbecue.
Over in the Kempsville section of Virginia Beach, there's a little Italian restaurant called Pulcinella that's really been making a name for itself and getting some great reviews. When you enter, it's a lot like home should be. Warm, welcoming, and full of passion for good food and wine. We caught up with them on a Friday night, and from the kitchen to the table, Pulcinella is one busy family operation, and everyone was having fun, especially the patrons. Eugenio and Pina Corsali make almost everything from scratch, using the freshest ingredients.
Ma quello caprese, sì. Lascialo stare, sì, mettilo un attimo. Parla Gaetano, dici qualcosa. 2 sali di pasta.
The menu is full of tasty items, like this bucatini alla matriciani, flavorful thick spaghetti with savory pancetta, juicy tomatoes, and Romano cheese. Or this gnocchi frutti di mare.
This is made with potato dumpling, olive oil, garlic, and the seafood with some very fresh tomatoes. This is the dish. It's very fabulous.
Then there's the pizza.
Now we're going to show you how we make the Napolitan pizza, the margherita. It's a basil, mozzarella di bufala, and tomato San Marzano. Now he's putting the sauce on the pizza. The sauce, we get the San Marzano tomato from Italy. And now he's going to put the mozzarella, the fresh one, the one that we make every day. And after that, he's going to put a basil on.
Buon appetito.
Here's what some of the guests were saying during our visit.
This is the second time I've been here. And the first time I came, I got the linguine with white clam sauce with extra clams, and it was spot on. I mean, it was just terrific. This time I got the veal with the cream sauce and sun-dried tomatoes and mushrooms, and it was just fantastic. The flavors just bust out of the food.
They have great food, always have good food, and it's nice people. And they have good Italian wine. We've brought a lot of people here.
For dessert or takeout, there's homemade cannolis, tiramisu, and pastry items, and all the deli favorites you need for lunch next week. Stop by Pulcinella at Kemp's River Crossing and tell them the Restaurant Channel sent you. You'll be glad you did.
Hi, I'm Stacy, and welcome to the Restaurant Channel's Facebook page. You can access it by going to facebook.com/therestaurantchannel.net and give us a like. You'll get casting calls for our upcoming shoots and be the first to see new restaurant videos. And we want to hear from you about the restaurants you would like to see on the Restaurant Channel. So take a minute to visit us and give us a like, and we'll keep new dining ideas coming. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Brenda Tusing, one of the owners of the Royal Chocolate in the Virginia Beach Town Center. And as you can easily see, we specialize in all things chocolate. Today we're going to be talking about our gourmet apples. It's one of the best-selling items in the store. They are all Granny Smith. They're covered in caramel first. Then they're rolled in a variety of delicious toppings. What I have in front of me here are several of our most popular varieties. This one is our Rocky Road, the Grand Finale. We can make them into bride and groom apples as well. This is what they look like cut up. They're fabulous. This is our Rocky Road apple. I'm going to show you how we cut it up here in the store. Big sharp knife is the key. A nice slice out of that. Take a look at that. Look at all the layers of caramel and chocolate. A couple of slices like that, and you can cut them again. These are fabulous items if you're having a party, you're having a couple of guests over. You can slice them up. They're delicious for after dinner. They also make wonderful gifts prepackaged in our pretty totes. They can be incorporated into a gift basket, and we deliver locally all year long, and they ship beautifully. Well, we invite you in. You can always try a sample of an apple with us, as well as samples of a lot of other products made here in the store. Come on in and see us. We're open 10 to 9 Monday through Saturday, 12 to 5 on Sunday, and you can shop with us on our website as well.
How you doing, everybody? This is Josh Joyner at Tijuana Flats in Virginia Beach, Virginia, Town Center area, and Willis Wayside Shops. All right, what we're going to talk about today is our famous food here at Tijuana Flats, what we're known for. Right here, we got our tacos. Every Tuesday, we do Taco Tuesday, 2 tacos, chips, and a soda for $4.99. You can check our tacos out, biggest in the city. Every Thursday is Throwback Thursday here at Tijuana Flats, which is a Tijuana-sized burrito, chips, and a soda for $5.99. Our most popular burrito is our bangin' chicken burrito. It comes with green peppers and onions, tomatoes, ranch, and cheese inside. You can modify it on wheat or flour tortilla as well. You can also buy the sauce in our hot sauce bar if you wanted to. Here's our famous flautas. You can't have them anywhere else. It's 2 tortillas with meat and cheese inside, with all the veggies on the side, guacamole, sour cream, and queso for free on the side for that. Make sure you check out our draft beers and our bottled beers, and also our famous margaritas. Keep in touch with us here at Tijuana Flats. We have a lot of specials every week, and you can check us out on TijuanaFlats.com.
Hello and welcome. I'm Chef Patrick Evans Hilton, your host here on the Restaurant Channel for Food Fest. Today we're at War of the Wings at Hunt Club Farm in Virginia Beach, and boy, do we have a treat for you. I'm one of the judges here, going to be tasting dozens of delicious wings, and it sounds like a really enviable task, and you're right, it is. But you too can be a part of this by watching Food Fest on the Restaurant Channel. Know when something's coming on like this, and come on out and enjoy yourselves. So welcome, and let's get eating.
Coming up, some well-known Virginia Beach chefs get to show off their restaurants and give you some tips in our Chef's Corner segment of the Restaurant Channel.
Hey, I'm Chef Matt here at the Cellars Restaurant in Virginia Beach. Today we're going to be making our scallops and leeks. It's a customer favorite here at the Cellars, and hopefully when you come out it'll be one of your favorites as well. So come on over here to the stove and we'll get started. First we're going to start off with our U10 size diver scallops. We'll start by seasoning with salt and pepper. Meanwhile, I've got my pan on getting hot, so that way we get a good, nice, even sear when these scallops hit the pan. A little bit of canola oil. You can already see the smoke coming up. That's when we know that the pan is hot enough to sear in. Now, while our scallops are searing, we're going to take creamed leeks, which we've cooked down in heavy cream, as well as a little bit of salt and pepper. It's taken a few hours for it to get to that consistency. If you're doing it at home, what you're going to do is just cut your leeks, put them in a pot with heavy cream, turn it on low, slow, and cover it. Here we got some fresh corn cut off of the cob, as well as some edamame. What we're going to do is get this nice and warm. On the back pan while that's going, hit that with oil. We have some locally grown oyster mushrooms from Dave & D's Mushrooms in Sedley, Virginia. Searing hot pan, get those in there. By this time, we've got a pretty good sear going on our scallop. Let's flip it. Looking for that nice golden brown. Take about 2 cubes of butter, put it right there in the center. Throw it in the oven at about 400 for maybe 3.5 minutes or so. Once the mushrooms get a good color on them as well, we're going to hit those with a slight pinch of salt. 1 cube of butter. Let that melt down. Come over here and check our creamed leeks, and they look like they're about ready. So when they're done, what we do is hit those with some fresh herb. In that fresh herb mix, I've got a little parsley, a little chive, and tarragon. Always add your fresh herbs at the end. Stir it up. Turn your flame off, and we're going to plate these scallops up. In about 3 minutes, your scallops should be a good medium rare. I would not suggest cooking too much further than that. You don't want all of that nice natural sweetness to just leak out. Plate this up. There's our creamed leeks, edamame, and corn. Here's some fresh sorrel. Sorrel's a nice citrusy green. It's got a nice citrus flavor. Definitely speak to the scallops.
Set the scallops on there. 1, 2, 3. Those beautifully seared oyster mushrooms. And to finish the scallops, you have a small pinch on each one of fleur de sel or sea salt and some ground pink peppercorn. Also right across the top of all those. Have a Parmesan crisp. Then a mixed microgreen, just to add a small punch of citrus and bitter, as well as add a little bit of color and decor to the plate. And there you have it. It's our seared scallops and creamed leeks here at the Stellar's Restaurant in Virginia Beach. We look forward to having you.
Welcome to Chesapeake, home of some great restaurants. And here are 3 excellent choices to start with.
Precision Spinal Care is an upper cervical specific office. We perform the NUCA technique, which is a specialized form of chiropractic that only about 250 offices do worldwide. And we're fully board certified to perform the highest level of precise upper cervical care for our patients. We see patients with a wide variety of health conditions, anything ranging from typical headaches, neck pain, migraines, mid-back, low back pain, sciatica, to even some severe systemic problems, things like fibromyalgia, atrial fibrillation, digestive problems, female problems, chronic pain syndrome, fatigue, low energy. We are very dedicated to forming a very close relationship with our patients. We want to be a health coach. We want to engage them in terms of a partnership, get them to understand their body and the role the nervous system plays in it, and we believe that the patient is in major control of their health.
I've been coming to Precision Spinal Care for over 2 years now, and it's been a wonderful experience for me. I was able to have relatively immediate results that were longer lasting than any other options I've tried in the past, and that is huge when you're dealing with pain. I really feel what they're doing and how gentle they are makes a tremendous difference in the ability to have my long-term results. I truly don't think I could have another experience any different or any better than what I experience at Precision Spinal Care.
Precision Spinal Care is located in the beautiful area of Greenbrier in Chesapeake, located right off of Greenbrier Parkway. Hi, I'm Dr. David Packer with Precision Spinal Care, and we're very proud to sponsor the next segment on the Restaurant Channel.
Hi, my name is Tracy, and welcome to Lockside Bar and Grill. Today, our head chef Bill is going to describe some of our popular entrees.
First up, we have our calamari. It is one of our most popular appetizers on the menu. It is fried, served with cherry pepper rings, marinara, and remoulade sauce. Both sauces are made in-house, and it's topped with grated Parmesan. Another very popular appetizer is the oysters Rockefeller. They're topped with in-house made Rockefeller mix, Parmesan, and bacon bits. And finally, one of our most popular market catch fish is the mahi mahi. It's a customer favorite, served bronze over asparagus and risotto.
Hope to see you soon at Lockside Bar and Grill. We're open 7 days a week, starting at 7 a.m., serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
One of our favorite Mexican restaurants in Hampton Roads is Mi Hogar, located on Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake, across from Chesapeake General in Mills Ridge Square. They have a great reputation for excellent food and service, and you'll always find friendly people there, and lots of fun for the whole family. What really makes Mi Hogar stand out is their menu. It's full of surprises, and they're always adding something new, like their new huevos con chorizo, 2 scrambled eggs mixed with savory chorizo sausage, rice, refried beans, and tortillas. Simple, but oh so delicious, any time of day. You'll find sizzling fajitas here, as well as delicious nachos, chimichangas, burritos, tacos, and much more, including their great lunch and dinner combinations. And don't forget to ask for tableside guacamole service to add some extra taste to your chips or your meal. Mi Hogar also features kids menus and lots of options for vegetarians. For steak lovers, there's lots of choices, like this beef steak a la Tampiqueña, a delicious T-bone steak grilled with onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes, and served with Spanish rice, fried beans, salad, and a tortilla. You'll also find a wide choice of domestic and Mexican beers and mixed drinks, including daiquiris, pina coladas, and margaritas. Mi Hogar has 2 locations, this one in Chesapeake and one near the Norfolk base on Granby Street in Riverview. Choose Mi Hogar for your next lunch or dinner out. You'll be glad you did.
If you're looking for the perfect getaway for an evening of wine and superb cuisine, you can't do better than Passion in Chesapeake. We hope you enjoy this special video tour with owners Michael and Diane Gamore, and we invite you to spice up your life and try this great Chesapeake restaurant.
Passion the restaurant, from the minute you walk in the door, we want you to feel at home.
We are like a family here. We have a close-knit staff, and when you walk in that door, we want everyone to have the most wonderful experience, from service to the dinner.
It was a brainstorming session, and everybody was just throwing names out on the floor, and finally passion came up. And the reason being is that we were all so passionate about what we were doing.
If you love rack of lamb, our rack of lamb is to die for. When people compliment our restaurant, they first tell us the food was absolutely fabulous and the service was great.
Probably the biggest feedback that we get from our locals here is thanking us for bringing this venue, this restaurant to Chesapeake.
We would like to invite you to come to Passion and try out our fabulous restaurant. I'm sure once you try it, you'll just want to keep coming back.
I'm an executive chef at Passion Restaurant in Chesapeake, Virginia, located at 1036 Baldwin Parkway. I'm here to show you guys our specialty of the house. It's New Zealand seared, New Zealand rack of lamb with a 5-pepper glaze, little sauteed mushroom. Show you how we do that. We're going to season up both sides of the meat and sear it in a pan real quick. We get that into some hot oil. I'm going to sear that for about 5 minutes on one side. I'm going to finish it off in a 450-degree oven. Take about 8-9 minutes for medium rare. Slice up some mushroom. That we'll add to a pan, along with our 5-pepper glaze that we made ahead of time. Fire in the hole. We're going to add in our 5-pepper glaze slightly. Saute up some fresh asparagus. Go into a hot pan. This will take about 5 minutes. Add in some chicken stock for flavor and a little bit of butter to melt over top of it. Butter makes everything better. Swirl that in. And that's good. Got about 1 more minute in the oven. Let it rest for 1 minute. All right, we're going to cut our lamb here right in the center, separating the bone. We're just doing this for presentation. We want it to be rare to medium rare. As you can see, perfect temperature. Put that with garlic mashed potatoes. Nice accompaniment to it. Sauce, the mushrooms and 5-pepper glaze. Tiny bit over top. Finish that off with some fresh sauteed asparagus. Voila. Pan seared rack lamb with a 5 pepper glaze, sauteed asparagus, and garlic mashed potatoes.
Everyone knows that there's 2 ways to travel from Virginia Beach to Williamsburg, by Route 64 or Route I-664. At the College Drive exit 8, just south of the Monitor Merrimack Bridge, you will find a beautiful restaurant called Riverstone Chop House, which is the perfect destination for anyone seeking a unique dining experience. Coming up next, the Riverstone Chop House.
My name is Ken Dodd. I'm the general manager at Riverstone Chop House in North Suffolk, located in the Harborview corridor. We're a local and independently owned restaurant, which means a lot to us. You know, it is what makes us special. We've been in business for almost 5 years. Hampton Roads Magazine has recognized us as one of the top 10 restaurants in Hampton Roads. Wine Spectator has given us the Award of Excellence for our wine cellar, which I'm very proud of. We pride ourselves on the quality of our service and the quality of our food. We do some special things with our steaks. We have a 28-day aged ribeye that we age right here in-house, and it does stand apart. We have a Colorado lamb chop, which is one of my personal favorites, served with red peppers and onions and a house-made demi-glace. We feature a Scottish salmon here, full of flavor. You'll see it in the bright orange color of the fish.
I am a seafood lover, so when we come out to restaurants, I look specifically for fish on the menu, crab cakes, things like that. And if there are any specials, I certainly love to try those. And Riverstone is great for having certain specials on the menu, certain fish that are seasonal. It's a local fish, and I've loved every fish dish that I've had here.
We have a dedicated chef team here, so we can certainly accommodate any special dietary needs. We have a raw bar here at the restaurant, which is definitely a unique feature. We serve oysters from the Eastern Shore, as well as Chesapeake Bay crab. Of course, we have an in-house sommelier. We also have banquet facilities upstairs with a dedicated kitchen. And those banquet facilities will host intimate parties from 6 people to grand affairs of 200 people.
My wife and I have been here for several functions, both work-related and private. We've spent time in the bar for cocktail parties. We actually also had our rehearsal dinner upstairs in a private room. Service was impeccable, the food was amazing. The whole family really enjoyed it. It was a very special part of our wedding.
Our main dining room is a very warm and intimate space. It's a beautiful backdrop to a dining experience, and that's what we like to believe that we create here at the Chop House. We always recommend reservations. They're not always necessary, but we certainly recommend them only because it ensures you a place in our dining room. If you're looking for a fantastic dining experience, please come and visit us here at Riverstone Chop House, where it's not just a meal, it's an experience.
I'm Pete Evans, Executive Chef here at Riverstone Chop House. And today I thought I'd show you how to make our New England clam chowder. We make it to order here at Riverstone in the kettles, and they're steam-powered kettles. You can do it just as easily at home on your stove. What we do is we start off with some bacon, some good smoky bacon, a little bit of onion, fine diced onion, a little bit of diced fennel, and celery. Just a pinch of salt as well, salt and pepper. That's going to help dry out the moisture of the vegetables and soften them up a little bit. Just cover it up, and again, that helps the vegetables sweat a little bit. And let that go for probably, I'd say, 3-4 minutes. And when the vegetables are nice and soft, we'll add the wine. We'll add some fresh thyme, some potatoes, and some clams, which will open up in the broth. These are little neck clams from the Eastern Shore, just really nice and salty and briny, and a little bit of chew to them, but they're also very tender at the same time. A little bit of sweetness too. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes. The vegetables are getting nice and soft now, and what I'm going to do is add a couple sprigs of thyme. You can just throw the whole sprigs in there. That's fine. Potatoes. They've been already blanched, pre-cooked. We're just going to add them. It just cuts down on the time a little bit. White wine. We use Chardonnay, something that's not too sweet. Nice dry white wine. It brings a nice acidity and a little bit of sweetness as it reduces. Then our little neck clams, just the whole clams. Again, when they open up, they're going to release their juices and just flavor the entire stew. That's going to be where all the flavor comes from. That and the bacon. Heavy cream. And we're going to cover it up again, let it come to a boil, and steam for, again, another 5 minutes or so. And when the clams are open, the stew is done. All right, it's been about 4 minutes, and as you can see, our clams are opened. They are beautiful. If by chance you have some clams that did not open, I would recommend you get rid of them because you never know. But these seem to have all opened up. As you can see, we made it in our steam kettles, but again, you can easily make it at home in a big pot following the same technique. And there is the New England clam chowder. You could serve this with some oyster crackers or just a hunk of good bread.
There's a charming part of Portsmouth that faces Norfolk across the Elizabeth River. It's called Old Town, and you can get there by car or by paddle wheel ferry. This restaurant and its owner are legends in this area.
My name is Brett Miller. I'm the chef at Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Old Town Portsmouth. Tonight I'll be doing one of our famous appetizers, the Bourbon Street Shrimp. Cooked from raw, peeled into vein shrimp, sauteed in a little blackening spice, heavy cream, and toast points and rice. The number one thing that you want to start with when you're doing a Bourbon Street Shrimp, or any sauteed item for that matter, is about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of olive oil in the pan. And I actually have that getting heated up right now. And so once that's pretty much smoking, then I'll add my shrimp and we'll begin to cook. And because my pan is already hot and I don't really want my blackening spice to blacken essentially just on the bottom of the pan because it's just going to scorch, I'm going to turn my heat down just a little bit. And shrimp really take, 30 seconds, a minute just to cook. As of right now, they're still cooking and there's no more heat applied to the pan right now. So pretty much at this phase right here, when you're pretty much 3/4 of the way cooked, you'll automatically go with your blackening spice, Cajun spice, whatever you'd like to use. Here we do about 2 tablespoons per order of bourbon shrimp. And my flame is off. Then what I'll do, I'll simply just reduce the heavy cream. Turn my heat back on and just let that reduce. And as that heats up and gets hot, the shrimp will finish off cooking without being too tough and too chewy of a shrimp to enjoy as an appetizer. And you never want to reduce on the highest of temperatures. You always want to meet somewhere in the middle, just so you're sure that your sauce isn't breaking and everything's really just coming together in an even texture. About a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes later, that's what you get in the pan. A nice creamy, rich, spicy shrimp. I would strongly suggest to try this with a Roger Brown's brown ale, as tall as you can get it. The beefiness, the heartiness, just the heavy factor of the beer just goes really well with the salty factor of the bourbon shrimp.
If you enjoy down-home Southern-style cooking in a comfortable atmosphere, then come to Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Old Town Portsmouth. From the moment you enter, the quality and warmth of Roger Brown's becomes apparent. We caught up with NFL legend and successful restaurant entrepreneur Roger Brown recently.
Hi, my name is Roger Brown, and I want to welcome you to Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar. an establishment in Portsmouth, Virginia that has fine food, great football games, and fantastic camaraderie. Some of the best guest customers this side of the planet. So don't waste time, get on down now to some really great food and great entertainment.
Roger Brown's menu features a wide array of delicious choices. And the customers, well, here's what they have to say.
I come here a lot. My favorite thing, I think, is it's probably the New York Strip, actually. They have very good steak. They have a lot of good southern foods, too. So, you know, like I said, jambalaya is very good. The chicken and waffles, they're very good as well. You know, it's kind of unique. You don't see chicken and waffles very often, so that's pretty cool.
We come here every Sunday to partake in the best food that Portsmouth has to offer.
The food's good, it's nice and quiet, good place to talk, good place to have some company.
World's best French fries. Awesome crab cake.
Barbecue is very good, thank you. Just get straight calamari. It's actually very good. The firecracker calamari is very good. Also, the wings here are actually fabulous. They're oversized wings, and I like the spicy Thai wings here.
Stop by Roger Brown's and enjoy some award-winning down-home cooking today. One of our favorite Mexican restaurants in Hampton Roads is Mi Hogar, located on Granby Street up in the Riverview area of Norfolk, close to the Navy base. They have a great reputation for excellent food and service, and you'll always find friendly people there, and lots of fun for the whole family. What really makes Mi Hogar stand out is their menu. It's full of surprises, and they're always adding something new, like their new huevos con chorizo, 2 scrambled eggs mixed with savory chorizo sausage, rice, refried beans, and tortillas. Simple, but oh so delicious any time of day. You'll find sizzling fajitas here, as well as delicious nachos, chimichangas, burritos, tacos, and much more, including their great lunch and dinner combinations. And don't forget to ask for tableside guacamole service to add some extra taste to your chips or your meal. Mi Hogar also features kids menus and lots of options for vegetarians. For steak lovers, there's lots of choices, like this beef steak a la Tampiqueña, a delicious T-bone steak grilled with onions, bell peppers, and tomatoes, and served with Spanish rice, fried beans, salad, and a tortilla. You'll also find a wide choice of domestic and Mexican beers and mixed drinks, including daiquiris, pina coladas, and margaritas. Mi Hogar has 2 locations, this one in Norfolk and a new one on Battlefield Boulevard in Chesapeake. The food is delicious. The service is great. Try them out. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome to Norfolk's Ghent area. If you had to choose a center for Ghent, it would be where Colley Avenue and 21st Street intersect, right near the Narrow Theater. Ghent is well known for its trendy restaurants and friendly people. These Ghent restaurants are well known and enjoyed by many.
Rajput Indian cuisine on 21st Street in Norfolk's trendy Ghent section has been a local's favorite for years for a good reason. From the freshly baked naan bread to the last spoonful of carrot pudding, every bite of Rajput's flavorful menu delights. Rajput's interior is warm, cozy, and friendly, and makes the perfect setting for a business buffet lunch or dinner with friends and family. Rajput is also known for its wide choice of vegetarian and vegan options and heart-healthy specials. The clay tandoori oven renders succulent marinated chicken, lamb, salmon, and garlic shrimp specialties that will delight your taste buds. Rajput in Ghent offers a full bar, a variety of buffets, a vegan menu, patio dining, and ample parking. You can also find Rajput in Kempsville on Princess Anne Road. Come join us at Rajput.
Located on Colonial Avenue in Norfolk's upscale Ghent section, the Norfolk Chop House is a true gem and the perfect place to enjoy a romantic evening in a picturesque setting. Patterned after the lushly decorated famous steak and chop houses of bygone days, the Norfolk Chop House blends the best of the past with all the modern conveniences of today. If you can picture yourself enjoying a sizzling certified Angus T-bone steak topped with sautéed mushrooms and horseradish sauce, accompanied with your favorite wine, then you've come to the right place. In addition to the finest steaks, chops, seafood, and pasta creations, the Norfolk Chop House maintains an excellent wine selection and a large private banquet room upstairs for groups. The separate bar area stays busy and is a favorite for locals after work and on weekends. For a truly enjoyable evening, we highly recommend the Norfolk Chop House.
Welcome to the restaurant channel Hampton Roads at YouTube. We offer fun and interesting videos covering Hampton Roads restaurants and dining, and lots more. If you're looking for a new dining idea, we're the perfect place to go. You can see our new videos here at YouTube long before they air on the Restaurant Channel TV show. Spice up your life, pour a glass of your favorite wine, and relax. A whole new world of possibilities is right here at the Restaurant Channel Hampton Roads on YouTube.
Hi, my name is Va Tangs. I'm at Tyroy in Virginia Beach, and what I have in front of me here is two of my favorite dishes. The first one would be the grilled lemongrass quail, and what you see here is a spicy sriracha sauce that goes very well with the quails, and I always recommend it with a good red wines. It's Cabernet Sauvignon, and we have a Kendall Jackson Cabernet, so it goes very well with that grilled dish. And then this one here is a sauteed chili paste frog leg, farm-raised frog leg. And you have an option of the basil sauce or the chili paste. I personally like the chili paste. And I also the same thing, I like to serve this dish with a good glass of Cabernet because the sauce is very powerful, and the Cabernet would complement this dish very well. It gives you the spiciness, it gives you the full body of the Thai chili paste flavor. I hope to see you here at Tyroy to experience the uniqueness of Thai cuisine.
Hi, I'm Terry Truitt, Manager and Wine Director at the Riverstone Chop House. There are no set rules when you're choosing a wine to accompany food, but there are certain wine selections that complement specific dishes better than others. But the most important rule, in my opinion, is to eat and drink what you like, trust your own palate, and enjoy. And that leads me right into one of my favorite pairings from our menu. We have our signature steak, the 28-day dry-aged bone-in ribeye. I love it with wine we serve by the glass right now, the 2006 Tenuta Prima Voce. The Prima Voce is a hearty, rich Tuscan red blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Sangiovese, and Syrah. That marbleization that you get from the ribeye is going to work in concert with that, the spice and the acidity that you're going to get from the wine. The next pairing that I really enjoy is our Colorado lamb chops. I love it with the Castle Rock Pinot Noir. It's from Carneros. The Pinot Noir is going to give you some bold cherry, allspice flavors. It's going to work really well and lend itself to the lean and earthy notes of the lamb. And lastly, and which probably is one of my favorites, is our grilled salmon dish. We serve it with a teriyaki glaze and a shrimp fried rice. I love it with the Roederer Estate Brut. This is an elegant California sparkler which will highlight that sweet and kind of spicy notes in the salmon dish, as well as the effervescence in the wine is going to marry itself with that oily texture that you get from salmon. But again, I say, eat and drink what you like, trust your own palate, and enjoy. Please come and join us at Riverstone Chop House. If you enjoy excellent food paired with delicious wine, my staff and myself are here to take care of you.
Hi, welcome to Aldo's Ristorante, located on 1860 Laskin Road. My name's Rob Unger. Love to do a wine pairing with you with one of our favorite dishes here, our shrimp gorgonzola pasta. 8 Gulf shrimp, we saute first in a little gorgonzola cheese. Once the cheese is thinned out, we add a little brandy to sweeten the flavor, and cream. Cream gives it that nice rich texture. You add a little angel hair pasta to it. When paired appropriately with the right wine, it is a match made in heaven. For those that do enjoy wine pairings with their food, we have wonderful selections that we can recommend, 350 wines on the list. For this occasion, we have the Broglio La Morena Gavi de Gavi paired with the shrimp gorgonzola pasta. From the Piedmont area, up in the northwestern part of Italy, 100% Cortese is the grape varietal. In my opinion, a great match with this dish specifically because it has a little brininess quality to the wine, which is a perfect match with seafood. Also, a lot of Gavis tend to not have a whole lot of weight. The mid-palate on this wine, a little fatter, a little rounder, will go well with the cream sauce here. Please enjoy. I hope you like it as much as I do.
Welcome to Williamsburg. There's a lot more to Williamsburg than history. They are very well known for terrific restaurants and shopping. Here are some great ideas.
Located on Strawberry Plains Road, close to Williamsburg's Newtown shopping megaplex, Cove Tavern is a true gem. From the moment you enter, the stone fireplaces, decor, and comfortable seating create a warm, cozy setting that invites you to relax. Reviewers have been raving about Cove Tavern, and for good reason. The cuisine is remarkable. Starting with the savory crab and avocado Louis salad, filled with jumbo lumped crab meat, fresh avocado, shrimp, ripe tomatoes, field greens, and finished with caper Louis dressing. The Chef Louis crab salad is a meal in itself. The very tasty Baja fish tacos combine an incredible mandarin salsa with aioli, cilantro, tomatoes, fresh cabbage, and blackened tilapia. And the island shrimp and grits, one of the most popular Cove dishes, is a taste explosion of jumbo shrimp sautéed with garlic, country ham, fresh herbs, and arugula over smokestone ground cheese grits. Also enjoy appetizers like this crispy firecracker calamari and these ale-steamed mussels with the Cove Tavern draft beer, which we highly recommend. Wherever you are in Hampton Roads, put Cove Tavern at the top of your must-try list and have a truly enjoyable dining experience.
One of the most talked about craft beer breweries in Hampton Roads is Williamsburg Ale Works, located at the end of Ewell Road just off Route 60 near Airport Road. Ale Works brewery tours are offered Monday through Saturdays at 3 p.m. and sometimes more on busy weekends. The tours include everything from the history of beer and brewing to the story of how Ale Works got started in the actual brewing plant, and the tours are lots of fun. You need to reserve a spot at least 3 days ahead by calling 757-220-3670. These tours are very well attended. At the end of the tour, each adult receives an imprinted tasting glass. Then, of course, it's time to head into the cafe store for an option to taste all of their seasonal favorites or maybe pick up a branded t-shirt or a six-pack. The Williamsburg Ale Works brand, created by ex-band member turned brewery genius Jeff Logan have become legion in the area for taste and quality. Brands like Pumpkin Ale, Coffee House Stout, and White Ale are flying off the shelves of supermarkets and specialty stores and from the taps at the many restaurants that serve craft beers. Check out their website at www.williamsburgelworks.com, that's works with an E, or call them at 757-220-3670 and spice up your life today.
Hi, this is Chris Farashon and Kenneth Roberts. We're of Discover Teas. We'd like to introduce you to the world of loose leaf tea, where there's an adventure in every cup. Here at Discover Teas, we created a space where people can come in, feel comfortable, welcome no matter who you are, and start to explore loose leaf tea. Whether you're a novice or a connoisseur, there's always going to be something new to try here. We like to have people have an experience. That's really what we're about. We try to reach the customer, have them have a pleasurable experience with tea, far beyond what the tea bag can give you.
If all you've ever experienced is a tea bag and you're looking for something more, come in and visit us. We have such a wide selection, over 100 different teas and herbs that are all hand-picked, all naturally flavored. We definitely have your cup of tea on our table, and we can help you find what your favorite flavors are. If you're used to just that normal bag with its synthetic notes, we have something that can change your world. So come on in and see us here at Discover Teas and explore something a little different. A lot of the people that are coming in are starting to explore a healthier lifestyle, which is one of the things we like to focus on. And if you're looking for a healthier lifestyle and tea is going to be a component in that, there's some amazing health benefits that are found in a great quality loose leaf tea. Tea can help you lower blood pressure, balance your cholesterol, increase your metabolism. It can help you with weight loss. It reduces plaque on the brain, which can be helpful for Alzheimer's. There's so many avenues that you can explore when it comes to taking a great tasting cup of tea and getting a double benefit out of it for your health and your lifestyle. Tea is not only a beverage, it's a way to create a very healthy lifestyle. It's a way to nurture yourself, to take time to work with yourself, for yourself. It takes, for a black tea, maybe 5 minutes.
A lot of times people aren't familiar with loose leaf tea, so we like to bring it closer to home for them, much more tangible. So a big focus of ours is education, getting them to know a little bit more about tea. Sometimes they don't realize that it comes from a plant, even besides off the shelf at the grocery store. So our focus is education. We have a free tea class that they can join in and interact in and ask questions. We're always happy to talk tea.
We are located in the middle of the historic triangle where you can get to Yorktown, Jamestown, and Williamsburg, see all the sites, and we even have a historic triangle trio blend, our Williamsburg Port, Jamestown Gunpowder, and Yorktown Patty, which you can take home or send home. We can ship it right out for you, and you can send home a nice souvenir from the historic triangle of Williamsburg, Jamestown, and Yorktown.
Discover a whole new world of teas at Discover Teas, with locations in Port Warwick, Newport News, and the village shops at Kings Mill in Williamsburg. Visit discoverteas.com for more details.
This little French bistro in the Oyster Point area is just minutes from I-64 and makes a memorable footnote to any vacation. Or maybe you prefer seafood, or Mexican, or sushi. Here they are.
New owner and executive chef Kenny Sloan invites you to enjoy Finn Dining. Celebrating special occasions? Craving succulent gourmet seafood? Finn Seafood Restaurant is the freshest and finest organic dining experience in Hampton Roads. 5 and 7 course tasting menus, a 3-course lunch, private dining, Sunday brunch, patio dining, and Tapas Tuesdays. Enjoy fine dining at Finn Seafood Restaurant, Port Warwick, Newport News, across from City Center.
Hi, I'm Chris Farashon with Discover Teas. We're at our Williamsburg location. I'm going to talk to you about quality loose leaf. Now, most people's idea of tea starts here, and that's the most experience they've had with tea. However, a big part of our shop is to introduce people into the whole world of tea, whole leaf, loose leaf tea. So I'm going to show you here tea bags versus loose leaf. This is a tea bag I'm cutting open here. We won't mention any names. That's what you get in a tea bag. Now this in the industry is called dust and fannings, and as you can see, it's extremely small particulates of tea. It's ground very fine. Now this is a loose leaf. This is a whole loose leaf. And as you can see, those leaves are nice and large. These happen to be twisted, slightly broken. But already you can see the difference in size of the leaf. Now why is that important, you may ask? Well, this guy here is literally the bottom of the barrel. Okay, this has been exposed to a lot of air, so it's going to be much less flavor. You don't know where it's come from. You don't know how old it is. You don't know how long it's been sitting in a warehouse. You don't know how long it's been sitting in a box. You don't know how long it's been sitting on that store shelf. Or how old it is before it even hits your cup. So actually a lot of the life force, if you will, the vitality of the leaf has been just evaporated from that tea. It's gonna result in a very kind of flat, stale cup with one primary note. Now this guy, I can tell you how old it is. It's within the last year. Picked by hand, it's hand harvested, specific leaves from a specific part of the plant, from a specific region of the plantation at a specific time of year by specific pickers. These are not going to have pesticides. These are not going to have weird gluten added to them. They're not going to have preservatives sprayed all over them. And as you can see, the whole leaf, it's going to be much fresher. It's going to hold on to much more of its vitality. Much more of the essential oils are going to be in this leaf. Now the essential oils are what carry the goodness of the plant. That's going to be your flavor notes. It's going to be the fullness of the cup, as well as all the great health benefits. If you're drinking tea to try and increase your health, well, this isn't going to do much for you because it doesn't have much left to it. This guy is what you want. You want the good quality whole leaf to get lots of goodness out of that plant. You can find us online at discoverteas.com, or you can always join us on Facebook to get the latest news. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I work here at Roger Brown's Restaurant and Sports Bar in Old Town, Portsmouth, Virginia. And today I'm going to make for you one of our specialty drinks, the Neon Margarita. To make this margarita at home, all you need is 1/2 ounces of Jose Cuervo, a 1/2 ounce blue curacao, a 1/2 ounce of melon, add some sour mix, shake, and strain. And now you have yourself a Neon Margarita.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hibbard, the Lynn Haven Fish House on Chicks Beach in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Our goal is to source all of our materials or all of our ingredients from local sources. And in keeping with that tradition, I'm going to make a Chicks Beach Bahama Mama. We're going to start off with some Chicks Beach rum. Now, Chicks Beach is a famous beach. This restaurant and several others are on up and down the beach here. It's made right here in Virginia Beach. We're really proud. It's an award-winning rum. We start off with a healthy shot of that. And then we use an American-made infused vodka by Sky that's pineapple infused. We use some fresh squeezed orange juice, pineapple juice, and pomegranate syrup by Monin, an all-natural syrup made from sugar cane. Give that a good, solid shake. Get nice and frothy and foamy. Let's garnish with a pineapple, an orange and a cherry, and a nice big straw. Enjoy.
Coming up next, Hampton. We'll take you from a little ice cream shop in Old Town Hampton to the best little hidden gem in Hampton Roads. Coming right up.
Old downtown Hampton and the surrounding marina area, including the Virginia Air and Space Center, is one of the nicest places around when you're looking for a day's outing with friends or family. 2 hops and a skip down King Street from the entrance of Virginia Air and Space, you'll find a quaint little street called East Queens Way, and for a moment, you'll think you took a step back into history. The first little shop you'll find is the Old Hampton Ice Cream Parlor, where Lonnie and Chance Davis are keeping history alive and putting smiles on lots of faces with 42 flavors of the most delicious ice cream you've had in a long while. Their ice cream comes from the Amish country of Pennsylvania, where people are still making ice cream the old-fashioned way, with lots of flavor, texture. You'll find treats like this tempting banana split, topped with their own homemade whipped cream. Not the canned stuff, this is the real deal. Decadent hot fudge sundaes, root beer floats, and much more. All types of cones, including the waffle cone.
I'm Lonnie Chisman Davis, owner of the Old Hampton Ice Cream Parlor. People love to come to the Old Hampton Ice Cream Parlor because we're family oriented. We are in a beautiful location in downtown Hampton. People tell us they love our employees. We're proudest of really 2 things, our employees and of course our ice cream. Our ice cream is all premium ice cream, some is even super premium. Premium ice cream means that it's at least 12% butterfat, and it's made the old-fashioned way. It's not soft ice cream. We make old-fashioned kinds of treats like root beer floats and of course milkshakes and sundaes and just about any kind of ice cream treat you can think of. We book birthday parties here in this lovely birthday party room. The kids love it. They just come in here and ooh and ah over the mural on the wall. We provide a little sundae for them and a fountain drink, and then they can run around and open presents. We do all the setup and cleanup, and it's simple for the parents.
One of our favorite things is the birthday parties. Did you love it when you had your birthday party here?
I love the fact that it's very kid-friendly. We had our daughter's 4th birthday party here, and the whole place was filled with kids and families, and my son really loves the choo-choo train. This has an old-fashioned ice cream parlor feel. It's not like your typical commercial ice cream place. I love the way it's decorated. I love the pink and green.
It's a mom and pop store. It's right here on the block where everything is. Air and Space Museum, the Hampton History Museum, the Carousel, all the restaurants down the same block. It's a good place to get some dessert.
So take a step back in time and enjoy ice cream the way it was meant to be at Old Hampton Ice Cream Parlor in Hampton, and bring the pooch. One of Hampton's favorite places to go for lunch or dinner is New Garden Buffet in Riverdale Shopping Center, close to the Hampton Coliseum, the Convention Center, and most area hotels. The all-you-can-eat buffet cuisine at New Garden is delicious, and you'll find everything from your favorite soup to meaty barbecue ribs to General Tso's chicken, and much more. And don't forget the ice cream for dessert. New Garden Buffet is always clean, well-lit, and friendly. Plus, they offer to-go orders. Stop by for lunch or dinner and tell them the Restaurant Channel sent you.
Hi, I'm Chris Farashon of Discover Teas. We're at our Williamsburg location today. I'm going to discuss steeping loose leaf tea and bring it closer to home for people who may be used to this as tea. If you can make one of these and if you can make a cup of coffee, you can do loose leaf just as easy, and I'm going to show you how. First of all, there's some main components of steeping tea that are important. First, you want to start with a really good filtered water. That's going to be critical to getting a good cup of tea. Other components are steeping time. It's handy to have a nice little timer, and also the length of time to steep your leaves is going to be influential to a good cup of tea. The method of steeping loose leaf varies. So first of all, I'm going to show you our tea filter. You just spoon into this pouch a couple teaspoons of tea if you're going to make this size cup. And the leaves start as these little guys here. And as you can see, the loose leaf, that's going to absorb all kinds of water during the steeping process. So what's important is it having enough room to fully infuse. It's going to grow in size. As you can see in this tea bag, that amount of tea grew to this size. So it's going to be really important to have a lot of space in there for a very nice, thorough infusion. What's important is the water to be able to get in, through, and around the leaves to get out all that essential goodness out of the leaf. That's where your flavors are going to come from. That's where your health benefits are going to come from, is a nice, thorough steep. The more thorough the steep, the more thorough the flavor layers of the cup are going to be. This is one of our favorite steeping systems. This is the Tuffy Steeper by Steepware. It collapses and expands. It's made of super heat resistant silicone, so it's BPA free. There's no weird chemicals leaching in your tea. You just spoon in the leaf. You use any cup, mug, small teapot. It's very versatile to the vessel that you have. You pour in the water. You set this little guy on top if you want a lid for it. When it's done steeping, you just remove the lid, you pull up on this guy, and that's what's going to strain your leaves out of the cup. And you can set it aside for a second steep later on. So that way you can use it great for travel, for the office. You can use whatever cup you have on hand. Stepping up from that is an all-in-one kind of infuser system where it comes with the cup, comes with the lid, comes with the infuser basket. And you can see this one has a really nice fine mesh for that infuser basket, so you can even use really fine tea in here. This also doubles as a saucer. As you pull that guy out and strain the leaves, you can set it aside for a second steep, so that's a nice all-in-one kind of system. My personal favorite, as I mentioned, is a press. Now this guy here started these size little nuggets. This is a maple gunpowder, and these nuggets are wound really tight there. So in the infusion process, it's going to open up to full, nice big leaves. And as you can see those guys dancing in the water there, that's what you want. And when it's done steeping, you simply just push the piston down to strain the leaves to the bottom, and you're ready to go. So really, steeping loose leaf isn't any more difficult than steeping this guy, but you're going to get more satisfaction out of the cup because you are using a loose tea and a good quality tea, which is going to make all the difference, and it's going to become more of an experience for you. Thank you for joining us today. You can find us online if you'd like at discoverteas.com, or join us on Facebook for the latest news at our shop.
Success in life is often defined by matching your passion with your career. At the Art Institute of Virginia Beach, people from all walks of life are training for careers that match their passion and desire to succeed. With degree programs in culinary arts and management, and diploma programs in baking and pastry and culinary arts, AI is opening doors to careers in all areas of the hospitality and food service industry and providing valuable training for tomorrow's restaurant entrepreneurs.
Well, I think the educational aspect of this school is really good. The faculty members seem to be very interested in helping us to learn more and to progress through our program. I do enjoy coming to this school. I like the people here, I like the instructors, and it's interesting because the instructors are the ones who help me to find jobs in the industry, and it's because of them that I'm in the field that I am in and I'm working.
I learned quickly that this bachelor's degree that we receive here isn't just focused on one thing. We can take it anywhere in the food service industry. I mean, it would probably cross over into other industries. The business management side of our degree is wonderful. We learn a lot. We have a lot of experienced educators here that have experience in their own business. They are marketing professionals, so we've learned a great deal. We have two beautifully brand new kitchens. One is where you start out your fundamentals kitchen, fundamentals in baking, and then the other kitchen is what's called the a la carte kitchen. Not only do we take our higher level culinary classes in that kitchen, but we run our student run restaurant out of that kitchen, which is one of our final lab classes also that we do. My overall experience here at AI has been wonderful. I didn't know what to expect when I first got here. Every class has been wonderful. We've learned so much. There's so many exciting classes because we study international cuisine. We do lab classes which entail cuisine from all around the world. It's a wonderful experience from beginning to end.
The Art Institute of Virginia Beach's Culinary School is your pathway to an exciting career in the food industry. So follow your passion and contact AI in Virginia Beach today.
Hi, I'm Chef Stephen Gellis with the Art Institute of Virginia Beach, a branch of the Art Institute of Atlanta, Georgia. Today we're going to make veal marsala with polenta and sauteed spinach. All right, today we have veal cutlets. These are top round cutlets, not leg cutlets or hip cutlets. They're a lot more tender. They're pounded out. We're going to salt and pepper them and then dust them in all-purpose flour. Black pepper, kosher salt, not table salt, into the all-purpose flour, and then we're going to put them into, saute them in extra virgin olive oil, caramelize it a little bit, brown them. It only takes a few seconds because the veal is cut so thin. So into the saute pan. It's only a few seconds on each side to brown it, and it will cook right through. We'll take another plate, so once they have them browned off, we'll hold it over here on the stove where it's warm. Keep the cutlets warm. They will shrink up a little bit, so expect that. So when you're planning your party, or your dinner, you can adjust the heat. Figure accordingly. You want about 6 to 8 ounces of veal per person. Okay, the veal is now browned off, so I'll take it out of the saute pan, set it aside here in a warm area. Now what we have is the drippings and from the veal. To that we're going to add mushrooms, a little bit of fresh thyme. We'll toss it a little bit. And then we'll add some marsala. And this will spark. You want to burn off the alcohol so it doesn't have a raw taste. Once the flame goes out, you know you've got your alcohol cooked off. And to this we're going to add a little veal demi or veal stock. We'll cook that, bring it up to a simmer. We'll put the veal back into the sauce. Turning it, get it well coated. Over here we have our spinach. sauteed in olive oil, salt, and pepper. So as this simmers, our veal simmers, we'll get ready to plate. The spinach will go on top of our polenta. And then we'll get our veal. And we plate. And you shingle it, bring it around. And then put some mushrooms on. Smells good, the marsala smells great. Nice and sweet. And to that we'll garnish with some fresh thyme. And there you have veal marsala with sauteed spinach and polenta. Hi, I'm Chef Stephen Gellis with the Art Institute of Virginia Beach, a branch of the Art Institute of Atlanta, Georgia. Today we're going to make veal marsala with polenta and sauteed spinach. All right, today we have veal cutlets. These are top round cutlets, not leg cutlets or hip cutlets. They're a lot more tender. They're pounded out. We're going to salt and pepper them and then dust them in all-purpose flour. Black pepper, kosher salt, not table salt, into the all-purpose flour, and then we're going to put them into, saute them in extra virgin olive oil, caramelize it a little bit, brown them. It only takes a few seconds because the veal is cut so thin. So into the saute pan. It's only a few seconds on each side to brown it, and it will cook right through. We'll take another plate, so once they have them browned off, we'll hold it over here on the stove where it's warm. Keep the cutlets warm. They will shrink up a little bit, so expect that. So when you're planning your party, or your dinner, you can adjust the heat. Figure accordingly. You want about 6 to 8 ounces of veal per person. Okay. The veal is now browned off, so I'll take it out of the saute pan. Set it aside here in a warm area. Now what we have is the drippings and from the veal. To that we're going to add mushrooms. A little bit of fresh thyme. We'll toss them a little bit. And then we'll add some marsala. And this will spark. You want to burn off the alcohol so it doesn't have a raw taste. Once the flame goes out, you know you've got your alcohol cooked off. And to this we're going to add a little veal demi or veal stock. We'll cook that, bring it up to a simmer. We'll put the veal back into the sauce. Turning it, get it well coated. Over here we have our spinach. Sauteed in olive oil, salt, and pepper. So as this simmers, our veal simmers, we'll get ready to plate. The spinach will go on top of our polenta. And then we'll get our veal. And we plate. And you shingle it, bring it around. And then put some mushrooms on. smells good. The marsala smells great. Nice and sweet. And to that, we'll garnish with some fresh thyme. And there you have veal marsala with sauteed spinach and polenta.
I'm Chef Wilkins. We're at the Art Institute of Virginia Beach. We're a branch of the Art Institute of Atlanta. And today I'm going to show you how to finish a cake with buttercream and then some easy garnishes that you can put on the cake. So today we have a cake that was already pre-made. It's just a high ratio cake. They're easy to make at home, or you can, use the box mixes like you can get at the grocery store. But it's a 8-inch cake, so we're going to layer it and then we're going to start filling it with buttercream. So when I layer it, I always keep my hand on the top and I find the center of the cake on the side, and I'll run my knife around the outside of the cake first, and then I'll go the whole way through the center. I don't want to put my hand on the outside of the cake because I have a tendency to push through and you're more likely to cut yourself. So after I layer my cake, I'll take my top portion off, and then I'll make sure I have all my crumbs removed so that I don't put them in the side of my cake. Next, I have Italian buttercream that's already made, and in my bags. These tips you can find at any of the stores that carry the bakery products. So I made my Italian buttercream, which is basically an Italian meringue and butter added, and then you can add various flavors to it. So I will fill my inside of my cake. I try to keep it even so that all my cake layers are even when I finish the cake. So if you use a tip and fill it, you're more likely to have even layers and an even filling. So once I fill the inside, then I'm going to put my top back on. I'm just going to gently press it down, make sure that we're level across, and then I'll frost the outside of it. I also want to make sure I'm always removing my crumbs so that I don't have them in the side of my cake. Some people will take icing and just put it on the cake. I find it's easier sometimes to just ice the cake with a large amount of icing and then smooth it out. If I put a little bit of icing on it and iced it, it would be called crumb coating. And it helps too if you have lots of crumbs or a chocolate cake to keep the crumbs from showing on the outside. So when I do this, I do just like I did with the inside. I'll fill the top with icing. And I'll take the same icing and I'll ice the side, and I will go back and then smooth it out. So when I go back and smooth it out, I have an offset spatula, and I also have tools that you can find at any hardware store that have just a smooth straight edge, and it has nothing that interferes with the smooth edge, and those help ice the cake even too. So I'm going to go and smooth out my top first. And then I take this tool and I run it along the outside, and it helps smooth that out even too. So after I smooth it out, I build a wall up at the top here, as you can see. I will take my tool again, and I will go back and cut off that wall the whole way around. And you want to make sure you're cutting off even this way instead of coming around this way, and you'll get those nice squared edges at the edge of your cake. And then I just go back and just sort of smooth it all out. So you can see with the way that I did it, it's a lot easier than having to put a layer of icing on it and refrigerate it and come back and put another layer of icing on it. It's pretty quick and smooth, and I can ice a cake in just a few minutes. So after I get my cake iced, I want to work on some garnishes that are easy for my cake. And I have what's called modeling chocolate. Basically, it's like vanilla Tootsie Roll, and you can make it at home. You can make modeling chocolate at home, or you can just buy vanilla Tootsie Roll. I start with the center, and I need to make my center of my rose. I work in petals of 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. My first petal will go around the outside, and we're going to work it in so it gives you the center of your rosebud. Then I work all the next petals around, starting from where my last petal ended, and then I overlap them just a little bit, and they get wrapped around the center of that bud. I just knead it down just a little bit, make sure it's secure. And then on my first petals, they're always just tipped over on the edge just a little bit to give it that rose looking finish. Next, I go again on the inside of my next petal, and I take and overlap them on the center. And then again, wrap it around the inside of there and press it down to make sure that they stay secure. Now with these, I'm not going to just tip them over, I'm going to kind of pinch them back so it gives you that effect of the outer layers of the rosebud. You can color your Tootsie Roll with like the regular jug colors that you get at the store, or you can leave them plain, and they have lots of different luster colors that you can use. To finish this off too, I'm going to work it down and then I would cut it off at the bottom. It's because I wouldn't want to leave this big clunky end on my cake. So if I cut it off at the bottom, then it'll give me a rose that looks like that. We finish them, then I'll add to the cake. But what I want to do first is just put a quick border around my cake. So I have a star tip on my bag. I'm going to put a nice little shell border around the top. And then all the flowers that I made, these I dusted in gold. You can set them on the cake randomly how you like. These have pink dust on them. And I also made some leaf petals. They have leaf cutters out that you can randomly put in there so it looks like you have your leaves for your flower. And you finish your cake that way. So this makes something nice that you can do at home. You don't have to go buy expensive ingredients. A lot of things you can find just at the grocery store, and make a nice pretty cake for a celebration. That's easy.